Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Today we're going to talk about one man's incredible journey because he says he owes a huge debt of gratitude to the Easter Seals. He grew up with a crippling disease but was able to swim, walk, and go to camp because of the help he received.
Yeah, please welcome Ken Hamiel and Sue Russell. She's with the Easter Seals of southeastern Wisconsin. Thanks for being here, both of you.
Thank you.
We were having a nice little time during the break just chatting with you, starting to kind of get to some of your story, but we want to make sure everybody can kind of hear a little bit about how you came to hear about Easter Seals and receive some of their help. Okay,
I was born with a bone disease called arthrogrypois, congenital multiplex syndrome, and we'll say that 10 times.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And I was also a foster child, so I was awarded a state. And I met Easter Seals as a child early on before I learned how to walk. And through Easter Seals, I was able to learn how to swim. That enabled me to learn how to walk, and that in turn enabled me to go to camp, and the rest is history.
How old were you when you learned to swim and then eventually walk?
Well, when I was born with this, so I was born literally in a ball. I rolled out in a ball, so I had to be broken apart piece by piece and operated on over and over and over again. So I didn't start walking until I was about 6 or 7 years old. But every time I woke up from any of the operations, Easter Seals was there. So they were like my family. They were like angels.
Right. Yeah, and you feel like you were able to go to camp. Was that a memorable experience for you as a kid?
Right. I wouldn't have been able to walk, first of all, if it wasn't for the swimming and then learning how to walk. And then that was just a treat for us every year. Something we really look forward to for support.
Right. It's really neat.
Well, and I can imagine having surgeries like that over and over for a child who needs that kind of medical attention could be taxing on a family. So to have that kind of help, when you look back on Easter Seals, what does that mean to you?
Well, love, support, angels. That's what it means to me.
It's really cool. I bet you hear these kinds of stories a lot.
I do. That's why I love being there every day. Seeing the work we do on a daily basis is phenomenal.
And how is it that you're able to reach out to people? I mean, clearly through a hospital is one avenue. And what types of clients or people do you work with? How do you come to be aware of the people who need help?
Well, Easter Seals started out with camp. That was our specialty 80 years ago in Wisconsin. And over the years, we have grown to serve the needs in the community with a variety of programs. So each program kind of has its own referral source. So birth to 3 children are sent to us when they're diagnosed early on with some special needs or autism. And then we have programs for young adults and workforce, things like that. So we have different referral sources for each program.
So what age frames do you serve? Do you serve all the way up to adult, or is it more for children and teens?
All the way. We start at, as early as 12 weeks with birth to 3, and we have some adults in our adult day and some of our other participants that are 99.
It's incredible. Your event coming up, Walk With Me, is happening on June 13th. This is a way for you to raise money to support the many programs and the people that you serve.
It is. We raise money and we create awareness. It's the opening night of Polish Fest, the first ethnic festival of the year.
Which is where it's happening.
Which is where it's happening, right? At 5 o'clock is registration and the walk is 6:30, and it's at the Johnson Control Stage. And it's a great way. We have ambassadors, and it's a great way for people to come and hear 4 stories. Like Ken's. Ken is our honorary Jubilee ambassador for 80 years now. Not that he's 80 years old. But he's our 80th Jubilee ambassador.
For 80 years.
No. Yeah, you do.
See what Easter Seals will do for you?
Miracle workers, angels and miracle workers. But you'll hear stories, and families can learn about our autism programs, our adult day, our employment programs from the people who are receiving the services.
Yeah, I think that's incredible. Do you keep in touch with anybody that you met as a child, whether they were receiving help too from Easter Seals, or are there people with the organization that you continue to?
Yeah, there are a few gentlemen that I keep in contact with till today.
That's wonderful. I think that's fantastic. And anybody can be part of this walk, right, to support Easter Seals?
Anyone.
And do you take strollers? Can people bring young children and push in a stroller?
Absolutely. A lot of the people who walk have some special needs, and it's not a long walk. We say it's short on miles but big on heart.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Love that.
Again, it's happening June 13th. Put it on your calendar because it's opening day of Polish Fest happening at the Johnson Control Stage. It is the Easter Seals Walk With Me walk to support Easter Seals. Seals. 5 o'clock is registration. The walk along Lake Michigan is at 6 and then 7:30. There's entertainment provided. Go to eastersealswise.com to find out more about the walk as well as all the great work that they do. Thanks to both of you.
Ken.
Great to hear your
Thanks for
story.
having us.
Thank you.
You bet.